Hi everybody, I'm Madison from Sleepopolis, and in this video, I'm gonna be reviewing the original WinkBeds mattress. Now, as an expert mattress reviewer, I'm so good at sleeping that I can pretty much do it with my eyes closed. But if you have more trouble than I do, the WinkBed could really help you out. This is a cooling hybrid mattress option, and it's really great for a ton of different sleepers out there. So to help you decide if you're one of them, I'm gonna put this WinkBed through some tests, tell you which sleepers I'd recommend it to, and take a look at the materials it's made with. And you can also check out a more detailed written review of this bed by Googling Sleepopolis WinkBed Mattress Review or heading to the WinkBeds website by clicking the links below. And before we get started, I do want to note that the WinkBed is available in a softer, luxury firm, and firmer model, and I'm going to be testing out the luxury firm model in this review today. So I'm going to start out by talking a little bit about how the WinkBed feels, and keep in mind here that feel is subjective, so someone who's heavier or lighter than I am might experience a mattress a little bit differently than I do. With this particular mattress, it does have a really nice quilted pillow top, so if you're a bit heavier than I am, you might sink through it faster and find that the mattress is firmer because you're landing on the steel coils below it. If you're a bit lighter than I am, you might actually find this mattress a bit softer than I did. So all in all, I thought this was a kind of a firm to medium firm mattress, definitely on the firmer end of medium firm. I gave it a 7 out of 10 on the mattress firmness scale, and the industry standard for medium firmness is 6.5, so this is a slightly firm bed in my opinion. And I would say it's also really nice and responsive. So if you're a combination sleeper who likes to move around and change positions at night, this mattress could be a really nice fit for you. I felt super well supported on both my back and my stomach, so both those types of sleepers should be really happy on this mattress. And then on my side, I did feel pretty comfortable, but could feel a little bit of pressure building up around my hip. So if you're a really strict side sleeper, I might suggest maybe you opt for the softer model of this WinkBed or look for something with softer foams in the construction. So I also ran a few tests to give you a more objective view of what this mattress is really gonna feel like to you. So first up is my pressure map test. What I do is put a pressure map down on the mattress, and then I lie down and test it out in a few different positions. And you're gonna see that map range from blue and green in lower pressure areas to red and yellow in higher pressure areas. And keep in mind again here that I might be more lightweight or heavier than some sleepers, so folks might experience more or less pressure on any given bed. With this particular bed, if you're heavier than me, you'll probably find that you experience more pressure. If you're lighter than me, you'll probably experience a bit less pressure. So on my back, you're gonna see that map is blue across the board. I think that's really a great indication of how I felt on the WinkBed. My weight was really evenly distributed, and I got a really nice balance of some pressure relief around my lower back, but also plenty of firm support. And then on my side, you're gonna see some green at my hips, maybe even ranging into a little bit of yellow right there. And I think that's a pretty good indication of how I felt on the bed. Definitely got some initial pressure relief from its quilted top, but then did feel the firm coils below. So if you sleep on this mattress for the whole night on your side, you might feel a little bit stiff or sore in the morning around your shoulder or hip area. But the WinkBed does come in a softer model, which might be a really great fit for the side sleepers out there. And then on my stomach, you can see that map is blue across the board, and I think, again, that's a great indication of how I felt on this WinkBed. I felt like my hips were really lifted up in alignment with my shoulders, so my back was nice and straight. That's really important for stomach sleepers. They need a straight spine to avoid any back pain over time. And I think you're really gonna achieve that here with the WinkBed. If you're a stomach sleeper who's maybe on the heavier side, or a stomach sleeper who likes a really firm feel, you might wanna opt for the firmer model of this mattress. And then next up is my bounce test. This is where I check to see how much mobility a mattress is gonna provide. Are you gonna feel stuck in the mattress when you're starting to roll around and change positions at night, or is it gonna be pretty easy to do that? So as you can see, I bounced my steel ball down onto this mattress, and it was pretty bouncy, and I think it definitely offered me good mobility. I felt really lifted up and out of this bed, felt that it was super easy to roll around and change positions on it. And next up is my motion transfer test, where I use a seismometer to measure the motion transfer on this WinkBed. If you sleep with a partner, this is a measure of whether or not you're gonna feel disturbed when they start to roll around and change positions at night, or maybe get up to go to the bathroom. So I was actually surprised by how great the motion isolation on this bed was. I don't think you're really gonna feel disturbed by smaller movements in the bed. So if your partner tends to toss and turn a lot at night, I don't think you're gonna be too disturbed by that motion. But if maybe someone's getting in and out of bed next to you, you might feel that motion on this WinkBed. But that's pretty standard for any hybrid bed like this that offers good mobility and uses steel coil support. And then last up, we have my edge support test. This is a measure of whether or not you're gonna be able to sleep all the way on the side of your bed and still feel supported. And a mattress with a great edge feels a little bigger because you have more surface area to sleep on. So the WinkBed does actually have a reinforced edge. There are firmer steel coils around the edges of this bed. And I think they did a great job keeping me supported and stable on the side of this mattress. I would say it does have very good edge support. So to give all of you an even better idea of what this WinkBed might feel like to you, we're gonna go through it layer by layer so you get a really good idea of what it's built out of. I'm gonna start out on top with the cover. So this WinkBed is built with a Tencel cover. Tencel is a recycled fabric that's really naturally cooling and really feels pretty soft, nice to the touch. I like that cover a lot. And then this mattress is built with a Euro pillow top, which means that this top is quilted with some cooling gel foam. And that feels really nice when you initially lay on it. You get some nice pressure relief there and it won't trap body heat, so it's also pretty cooling. And then directly below that, actually the WinkBed's pocketed coil support system is gonna start. So those pocketed coils are gonna offer you really some nice firm support. And I will also say that the edges of this bed are reinforced with even firmer steel coils. So the edges are gonna be extra firm to really make sure you can sleep all the way on the sides of your mattress without feeling like you're gonna fall off. And then on the very bottom of this mattress is gonna be just a little bit of HD polyfoam so that the coils have something to stand on. So next up, I wanna give you a few of my personal pros and cons of the WinkBed. First up, some reasons I think this mattress could be a great fit for you. First up, if you're a combination sleeper, I think this bed is a great fit for you. It's really easy to move around and change positions on the WinkBed, and it has a nice blend of pressure relief and support. So as long as you're alternating between a few positions, I think any sleeping position you choose, you'll get enough pressure relief and enough support on the mattress. Next up, if you sleep with a partner, I think this mattress is a really great choice for you. It's nice and responsive, but also has a pretty low amount of motion transfer, so you're not gonna feel overly disturbed by a restless partner. And it has great edge support, so you can really spread out over the surface. And finally, it also sleeps really nice and cool, which is another bonus for a lot of couples. And then last up, if you're a heavier sleeper, you weigh maybe 250 pounds or more, I think this mattress is gonna provide plenty of support for you. I think you'll feel really comfortable on it. If you're someone who thinks they need even more support, they also offer a WinkBeds Plus mattress that feels really similar to this one, but is built for heavier bodies. All that said, I don't think this mattress is gonna be the absolute perfect fit for everybody. So some reasons you might not love the WinkBed. If you're a strict side sleeper, I think you might wanna look for something that offers a little bit more pressure relief. Potentially the softer model of this WinkBed could fit the bill for you, but I'll say I haven't tried it out, so I can't promise that. And then next up, if you really like a memory foam feel, a really slow moving bed with a lot of sinkage, you're not gonna get that on the WinkBed. I would recommend looking for traditional memory foam mattress if that sounds like you. And then finally, budget shoppers might not be too crazy about this bed. It is around the $1,600 mark, but I will say you can almost always find this bed kind of on a sale or a discount, and you can also always Google Sleepopolis WinkBed coupons to find a deal on this bed. So if you are interested in purchasing a WinkBed for yourself, I want to give you some info on WinkBed's company policies. First up, this mattress comes with a 120-night sleep trial, and this bed is going to ship for free and it will arrive compressed in a box. And finally, this mattress does come with a lifetime warranty, which is a really nice perk. And then I also want to take a second to answer some of the most frequently asked questions we get about this bed before we wrap up. First up, does the WinkBed need a box spring? No, you will not need a box spring with this bed. Any hard flat surface is going to work just fine to support it. You can also use a slatted bed frame or adjustable base, but WinkBeds does suggest that you make sure any frame you use includes a firm center support, so a really rigid center support is needed to support this mattress. And then next up, can you flip the WinkBed? No, you can't flip this bed. It's built with comfort foams on top, and it's pretty much only steel coils on the bottom, so you will really not feel comfortable if you flip it over and try to sleep on those. And then last up, where are WinkBeds mattresses made? All WinkBeds are manufactured in Watertown, Wisconsin. So that's it for my review of the WinkBed mattress. If there's anything I didn't cover, let me know in the comments below, and check out the full written review of this WinkBed by Googling Sleepopolis WinkBed review. Remember to follow us on social media so you don't miss any of our new reviews or giveaway announcements. And of course, remember that you can always head over to sleepopolis.com for any of your sleep needs.